Greetings, greetings. This is Daphne Johnson. I am back for another session of Kingdom Purpose Radio, Meet the Host. And today I am excited to share with you another one of our wonderful hosts on the Kingdom Purpose Radio Network, and that is none other than Donnie Lewis. Donnie, we are so excited to have a time of conversation with you, and we look forward to getting to learn more about you, your show, and your ministry. And I would like you to start out by just telling the listeners a little bit about you and your ministry.
Well, thank you. First of all, I'm honored and just tickled black to be here today. I am Donnie Lewis, aka the Louisiana Country Boy. And you wanted to know about what I do and who I am per se. I'm just a vessel, is who I am. I'm just a vessel. The ministry is basically just that. It reaches beyond the four walls. I try to openly, honestly, and transparently not tell people what to do, not tell people where to go, not to judge or to condemn anyone, because old country boy knows one thing. I have no heaven or no hell to put anyone in. Mm-hmm. Only thing I can do is allow what God has given me and where he has brought me from and where he's taken me through to be a vision for others, to say, look, if he can, Lord, if he can touch a country boy, I know he can touch me wherever you are. So that is what my ministry is. It is not to come behind a four walls. It is to say that God doesn't restrict anybody to behind the four walls. What I love is that there says somewhere something about, in this old book I read, it says something about leaving the 99 to go find the one. Mm-hmm. See, 99 sitting in that front pew every Sunday. They ain't going nowhere. But there's one out there that has gone astray. But if we just concentrate on them 99, that one will never, ever get the message. So that's me.
I love it. And that's just intentional ministry. And Jesus was intentional when he came to find us, right? And
yes.
It's also our job as well, that we go out and that we look for and seek those that we can share the good news with them, that they may be disciples as well. So thank you so much. I also read in your bio that you're a life coach. Can you tell us a little bit about that work and what inspired you to begin doing that work?
Well, when your life's a shame and your life's a wreck, you need some coaching. And what I've discovered is the first person you probably need to coach is learn how to coach yourself, or you can teach others anything. Okay. So for me, that's what it's all been about. It has been about not telling people about the fire, but walking through the fire. In order to give, I don't want to give people false anything. And what God has done for me is nothing. There's nothing, not a single thing I'm going to tell you anything about that I have not personally experienced. He won't let me do it. I'm never going to, please don't ask me about flying no plane, because I'm going to be able to shut up because I don't know nothing about it. I've never been in the pilot seat. So that's what life coaching for me is about. It's transforming lives, but I'm not transforming anyone's life. I just give people the map, whether you choose to read it or not. But it is for me to give you the map, to say, here are the things, or here's some steps that I know that work for me. Not saying that it will work for you, but at least you can think outside of the box.
Yes, and I think it's wonderful that you take that perspective, because I think I read you said that you don't tell people what to do, but you can certainly show them the way.
Yes.
And it's up to them to take those steps. And that's an important aspect of our own lives, being able to be transformed. We got to do the work.
Yes.
Yes, we have to participate in the process. So thank you so much. So why don't you tell us about your show and what inspired you to become part of the Kingdom Purpose Radio family?
Well, my show is what you see, what y'all may see here today. This is it. It is an open, honest conversation. It is taking you through the things that I've gone through. It's taking you through the goodness of God. It's not telling anybody. I don't tell on nobody but myself. And I don't mind telling on myself to other folks, because God already knows. So I ain't worried about nobody judging me. I don't care about y'all, what y'all might point your fingers at and go like, oh, well, guess what? He knew it long before you did. So in order to do that, what I have learned in this life and why I share so openly, because one, he gives me strength.
Yes.
The other is because too many people, including myself and much of my life, hid behind shame.
Mhm.
We hid behind the veil of shame. And shame is the one thing that keeps us where we are. That is the one thing that the enemy will use. He will whisper in our ear, baby, you can't be telling them folks that. You can't be, don't you know how they're going to judge you? Don't you know how they're going to look at you? Well, I know a fella that I read about in this certain book. Them same folks that said, Hosanna, Hosanna, were the same ones that said, crucify, crucify.
Absolutely.
So that is what I do. I just come, I have a conversation. I have actually been blessed, and you're the second one I told Mr. Vernon about it. There's a young man that is now actually co-hosting with me. His name is CJ, 18 years old, right here in Houston, Texas. A young man that is when I say and we sit and we have conversation and share we share the word with each other, and we pray when sharing it with each other. Somebody, I call them nosy folk. Nosy folk will run across there and they just being nosy to see who on there, what's going on. But you will get some. I don't dismay nosy folk. I like them because they get some information too.
Yeah, absolutely. And what is the name of your show, and when can we hear you on Kingdom Purpose Radio?
It is my worthless 2 cents table talk. We're on every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central.
Okay, thank you so much. And so, can you tell us what can listeners expect when they tune into your show?
The unexpected.
Expect the
You
unexpected.
you can expect the unexpected. Um, and when I say that, the conversation, eh, let me just say for the name of the show, and that's why you can expect the unexpected. The name of the show is My Worthless 2 Cents Table Talk. And as I was telling you earlier, here's where it is. I've never sat down at a table with a list of questions, and here's what we're going to talk about, and this is how we're going to go, and we're going to follow this. Um, I know Jesus, when he was out there, he didn't have a script. And I ain't knocking nobody with one, but I don't think Jesus had a script and say, like, okay, I'm supposed to go here, here, here. I'm supposed to say this, 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 and this. He went. He went open, he went honest, and he went transparent. The one thing he did go is what we go every week is we must be about our Father's business.
Yes.
And that is what the show is. That's what you can expect at the end of the day. At the end of the day, when you click on and when you click off, you can say, you know what? They were about their Father's business.
Well, I love that. And the idea that you use Jesus as the model, that he didn't have a script. One thing we can say is that he would always meet people where they were,
Yes.
and he allowed how they responded to lead and guide the conversation. And one thing I've also observed, I'm reading this book and it's talking about the woman at the well, how he drew her in to conversation with him. And through that conversation, he revealed more of who he was to her as she was open to the dialogue with him. So I love that that method that you're using with your show, because it really allows you to have a conversation with people, meet them where they are, and based on the types of responses you're getting, it really helps guide you to what next to hit people with.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It is so true. And I use a lot of it. It comes from my personal experience. A lot of things we know, we either know what we've been through or what somebody told us. Um, Growing up, there were a lot of people that looked at you differently when you wanted to praise, or when you wanted to say. They would look at you or they would judge you. People are, and I'm not knocking, that's what people do. They would judge you on how you look, or what you say, or how you may say it, or ooh, how you talk like that, or why you got that slang, or why you sound like you from over here. But what I learned is this: is that we should be able to accept people. Don't miss. Ooh, God just gave me this one. Don't miss the messengers because you're trying to pay attention to the messenger. Don't miss the message
Yes.
because you up here trying to judge the messenger. And that's why sometimes I'll go. It may be extreme. You may see me up here and some overalls and a bow tie, because I don't want you to be distracted by the messenger. Catch the message. Catch them. Because look here, and somewhere I read, didn't he even use a donkey? And sometimes I read somewhere else about even the rocks might cry out. Don't miss. Don't miss the message, because you are so horned in on the messenger and who is coming from. Because some folks be dressed up real nice, looking real pretty, and it's leading you straight to the other place and not to him. They be dignified and have their suits on that they done paid $15,000 for. And I'm not claiming nobody, I'm just saying. But sometimes that wino on the street, boy, he can plant a seed that will sprout.
Yeah, we can't discount what the message will be based on the appearance of the messenger, because you
Amen.
expect good things and not get what you expecting just because somebody's dressed up real good. Yeah, I get
Right.
yeah. So tell me, how do you stay motivated to do the work that you do?
Ooh, kind of like a message I just said. I just gave the other week. A lot of people are, and he had to come back to me because running my mouth. A lot of people are looking. How my motivation is this: is understanding God don't come and take us out of things all the time. Situations we be trying to get out. Lord, remove me from this, or take this person away from me, or take this. Can you move me? Can Lord, I done bought 100 scratch outs. Can I finally win that billion? Because I got these bills. Lord, this relationship I'm in. Can you just fix my spouse? Lord, these children. Motivation for me came when I understood this. God, can you just come into this thing with me? See, he didn't remove or stop them Hebrew boys from going into the furnace. But boy, when that old king looked, it wasn't 3, it was 4.
Yeah.
A lot of times finding peace and motivation is understanding where we are. God is right in there with us, but we have to allow him in there. See, I stay motivated because I have the one thing, this joy I have, the world didn't give it to me and the world can't take it away. So I don't get motivated by external. I keep going because I know who's on the inside. It's the internal thing that keeps me going. It's because the other thing I know is this. There are very few farmers that plant trees that get to enjoy the shade.
Mm.
Too many times what I've seen is people planting a tree and they want to sit under the same tree that they planted. Sometimes that tree that you plant gonna be for your great grandkids, your great grandkid. Sometimes it's gonna be for the neighbor across the street. Sometimes that tree that you planted, your worst enemy will be the one sitting at it, because that's the table that wood was used to build. But you got to keep on planting.
That's good. That's good. It sounds to me like we can open up the doors of the church at this because you about to preach.
Now that's what people, if they want to know what they get, that's what they get.
That's it. And that's good. That's good. So since you're in preach mode, why don't you give us one piece of advice that you can share with listeners?
One piece of advice: keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
And I say that open and honest and transparent is because this is not my platform, it's God's platform. And I understand that I own nothing. And when I say we own nothing,
Right.
but you keep pushing, you keep going, because sometimes we get in these situations where we get bogged down. Change does not occur in the comfort zone.
That's true.
Change does not occur you don't grow in the comfort zone. You just become comfortable in the comfort zone. But you keep pushing, you keep going, no matter what it looks like. That's what things, and we get deceived because we are looking because of our sight, but we should be looking because of the vision. And the vision ain't ours, it's his. Keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
You don't stop because Man, this right here is difficult. Keep pushing. You have to press on no matter how hard it gets, no matter how frustrating you get, no matter what may happen. God has allowed me through strength because He will give it to us. Keep pushing. I have come on the platform right after going through some horrible things. I came to my platform, I went through a divorce. I had a show the very night. I was on the platform the very night doing what God called me to do. Keep pushing.
Mhm.
I got fired from a job, and that same night I had a show. I was there, tears in my eyes, but I kept pushing,
All right.
planting the seeds, planting the seeds. Our job is to plant the seeds. So I tell people this is understand this. If you understand nothing else, God created each and every one of us with a purpose.
Yes.
He didn't just say, "Ooh, I'm just gonna make somebody today. Ooh, I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm just bored." No, each and every one has a purpose. Your purpose ain't my purpose. My purpose is not yours. But at the same time of He creating somebody in each of us with a purpose, that we have, someone else needs.
Oh, yes.
That we have, somebody needs. And when you stop pushing, you are starving somebody else
Mm.
because they're waiting for your book. They're waiting for your song. They're waiting for your podcast. They're waiting for your dance. They're waiting for you to deliver unto them what they've been praying for. God, where is this motivation I may need? Where's this word that I need to hear right now? God, I'm feeling down right now. And they click and they hear your voice and something that it's about vibration. It's what I've heard that it's about the vibration because God is vibrating in us, and that very voice, that may have come out of your mouth, that was the vibration they needed because they may have had a gun to their head, but that vibration.
Okay.
Keep
Keep
pushing.
pushing. All right. You talking my language when you start talking about God made us with a purpose, on purpose.
Yes.
And when you are holding back on doing what it is that God put in your heart to do, you are also holding someone else up as well from receiving a potential breakthrough or an answer that they're praying for. So I do agree that we have to carry out what that is that God has given us to do. So thank you for that. Now, I want to ask you if you have a favorite scripture or Bible passage.
Look,
That,
I got a few of them, and I was rolling through, and I'm finna try to find one that just sticks right now.
okay.
Um, and it is, let me see here. Let me see here. Um, I got you. 1 Corinthians 13.
Hmm.
I don't have to go all the way through it. Just at the end. Ain't that something? 1 3 1 3.
Mm.
And now these things remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love.
Yes. And so then that makes me want to point to your shirt. I see your shirt does make a reference as well to love. And it says fully known and fully loved.
Yes.
What made you get that shirt?
Well, actually, this is one of the brands that I actually support. These, it's and I love it because of what it says: is fully known and fully loved. Until we can grasp about being fully loved by Him and fully loving ourselves,
Yes.
um, and this may go off script. I can't love externally if I ain't got no love internally. I'm only speaking personal. And again, I don't talk about nothing I don't know about. All this that I do external, if it ain't coming from within, if I don't know, like, I am wonderfully made. Baby, if everybody leave me, if everybody walk away from me, I'm still loved.
That's right.
If everybody turn their back on me, I'm still loved. If I'm like that prodigal son, even if when I'm in the hog pen, I am still loved. It was the hog pen experience. It was some of us gotta have some slap around our nose before we understand, before we grasp the fact that we are loved. See, it said he came to himself. See, sometimes we be out here and we be wondering why we out there. We out there because we ain't with ourselves. In the hog pen. Some of us got to be in that hog pen to come to ourselves, to know. And what did he say when I came to myself? But my Father has.
Yes.
But my Father has. And here I am out here. But my Father has. I had to come to myself and know it don't matter where I'm at. But the foundation, because that seed, go back to that seed that was planted. I can go back to that foundation, but my Father has. My Father has placed love in me. My Father loves me. I can love myself. My Father has placed purpose in me so I can follow my purpose.
Yes.
My Father has given me a vision, even though sometimes I was trying to see it with my own eyes and my sight was blind. Because guess what? Even when you lose your sight, you never lose your vision.
Okay, you're preaching again. Oh my goodness. This is so good. I just feel like I could just let you go. I can So I do have another question for you
Yes,
though.
ma'am.
Where can the audience learn more about you, your ministry, if you have a ministry website, and then remind us where they can find your show?
Okay, you can find me on every social media there is. You can find me under the Louisiana Country Boy everywhere. I am Google friendly. Um, Anywhere you want to look for, I am TikTok, I am YouTube, I am Instagram. They still even allow me on Twitter and LinkedIn. They still allow. I don't know why. I snuck in the back though. They don't know I'm really there yet. But I'm also you can, Unlocking the Power Within is my webpage. I'm also a certified life coach, a mental health counselor. I do those things. And I know it may seem strange, but this is how I counsel as well. Same way. I ain't telling nobody nothing. All I can do is lay it out there and say, hey, here are the steps. If you want to follow, you can. I don't force anybody to do anything. Because this, preaching again, I'm sorry, because of this. Somewhere I read about a fella who was laying at a pool for 32 years, complaining about everybody else not doing for him what he could have done for himself. Oh, well, they come up in here and other folks get pushed in the water and nobody helped me because they seen me. He was only asked one question. Do you want to?
Yes.
So people can go to all these things and you can go to church every Sunday. You could actually, you know what? You could have the keys to the church. So you can go in anytime you want to. You can unlock the door, be up in there, sitting up in there. But if you don't want to receive what's up in there, it don't matter how many times you're there. You can listen to a million podcasts and be this, that, and that. But if you ain't ready to receive it, don't matter what you're listening to. You can read the Bible back and forth and back, up and down, all you want to. But if you're not ready to receive the message, it don't matter. The question is, do you want to?
Yes.
Are you ready to move out of the way? And that's the message that I deliver. That's how I deliver everything is, do you want to?
Okay.
Because I can't, God says, I stand at the door. Do you want to answer?
That's right.
Do you want to let me in? He ain't kicking no doors in, and I sure ain't kicking none.
All right. So life coaching, unscripted table conversations, a little preaching on the side. Okay, so that is exactly what the audience can expect from you.
Yes.
As we prepare to close, tell us again the time and day of your show and the name of your show.
I am on every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central. Name of the show is My Worthless 2 Cents Table Talk. Um, and it's right, Kingdom Purpose. Love it, love it. I love it to death. I am so honored that I don't know. Does Kingdom Purpose really know I'm on? Did I sneak in the back door on them too? Don't let them know I'm here. Uh,
We know you're here.
oh Lordy, they done found me.
We know you're here. Yeah. And the goal of this show is to make sure other people know you're here. Okay, because it's one thing to be doing a good work, but when nobody knows about it,
Yes.
you can't reach the people. So obviously, they know you're here, and hopefully now we have at least another 10,000 people that know. Okay. All right. So as
Yeah.
we prepare to close, Donnie, it's certainly been a pleasure having this conversation with you. I want you to give us one word that you would choose for 2024 as an affirmation or a declaration, and why.
Love,
Love.
love, love. I end everything and I say everything when I end any show. I tell people I love you unconditionally. When we can discover this unconditional love, when we know what it means I don't care if you support me. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you don't, because what you feel about me has nothing to do with the love that I have for you. Love.
That's beautiful. Love that. All right. So thank you so much again. Let's prepare to support Donnie on his show, 9 p.m. Tuesday, Central Standard Time. I can relate to Central Standard Time because I'm in Central Standard Time too. And most days I'm up still at 9. I don't know. You get a certain age, 9 o'clock is late.
Right.
So y'all stay up so y'all can listen to his show and support him. And we certainly appreciate your support of Kingdom Purpose Radio. And we thank you again for tuning in. And we look forward to seeing you on our next episode so that you can meet another one of our fabulous hosts. And we appreciate your support of the network. You have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.